Hey Leos, hoping that everybody's well. Welcome to the channel if you're new, and if you're one of my incredible subscribers, thank you for being here. If you're not, go ahead, hit the button, it's just below, and get your energy moving throughout the channel. It's free. We'll do a pick a card for you, so please note these messages will not resonate for everyone. Just take what does, leave the rest. If none of it does, it just means it's not your message this time, and just know you have free will as well as the person that you're dealing with. So it's not, you know, the end game. You can always change the outcome. Also, please note that I don't control the messages, so I read honestly, okay? I'm not gonna sugarcoat things just to make it seem better. I just don't do that. So, yeah. Hope that you're all doing well, wherever you are. This is going to be card 1, card 2, and card 3. Beautiful. Let us get the rune associated with the card for the overall energy here. Card 2. Card 3. Beautiful. Okay. So, give yourselves a few minutes to decide which pile regarding your love situation you're drawn to. The rune that came up for this card is Raido. Okay. Which represents wheel, and I'll get deeper into it as we get into this. The second one you've got is Uruz, which is strength. Okay, the ox. Next on the list is Legus, which represents water. Okay. So whichever one you feel more drawn to will be the one for you. And yes, you can choose more than one pile, because maybe you have a few scenarios or situations that are affecting you at this point in time. All right, for those of you who chose the first card, Raido. Raido represents a journey or messages. It could even represent your career or the career's influence on a connection. It also speaks to a right action or control. If in fact it is carrying the opposite energy, it could represent an upset in plan or delays or unexpected travel or feeling lost or losing something. Okay? So let us see what the card says. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So that could be you, your energy, or that could be the person that you're dealing with. Maybe they need to spend some time loving themselves a little bit more because they're going through a cycle here or on a journey. This could be your journey. You might be trying to figure out what is right for you. I'm getting the feeling that this is more leaning towards a single individual, but doesn't have to be. Okay? But I think that there may have been an upset in plans or a delay or a lost connection or a situation in which has led you to needing to take this inner journey, if you will. Let's get an advice card regarding this. I feel like you're trying to work on yourself. You're trying to better yourself. Surrender addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. So this is definitely about a journey. Some of you might be in a connection and you're feeling alone. You're feeling alone because you might be working too much and you're not spending time with your partner, or that could be them. It could be that somebody is dealing with a serious addiction to a point where it's affecting the connection, right? They could have spending habits that are out of control. Hence, Raido speaks of getting some control or taking the right action. Again, you might be feeling that you're losing a lot of yourself by sticking around somebody, trying to help them through their situation, but they're not wanting to help themselves. That could be very it. And maybe you're addicted to that feeling of needing or being needed. But what's interesting is that Spirit is trying to tell you that you need yourself. You need to be strong before you can be strong for others. And that this might be sucking you down, sucking you under. It's like it's like the Titanic, right? It feels great. You're enjoying the journey. You're enjoying the ride. But then all of a sudden, crash, it hits that iceberg. You have no control over that because you're not driving the ship. The captain's driving the ship. And you're on that ship, and all of a sudden it starts going down. And when it goes down and you're trying to hold on to it, it sucks you down with it, right? So it might be important to love yourself first. And that means, however, the best way to do that is for you. You'll know. You just have to take that courage and take that step towards loving yourself so that you can continue on this path. Yes, look at that. You're almost at a state of burnout. Maybe it's even work. Sorry, 1 second. Excuse me. So sorry, Leos. It's been one of those days. Okay, so circling back to surrendering the addictions, right? It was the 10 of Wands that came out for you, but in reverse. So when that shows up in reverse, it speaks to insurmountable problems, or flogging a dead horse, or feeling duty bound, or resigned to fate, or too much responsibility or stress. Maybe the cross is too heavy to bear, or heading towards a collapse or a breakdown, or just no stamina, or not up to the challenge. Maybe even working hard but getting nowhere. But it also can speak to learning to say no, or offloading, right? Maybe someone's trying to dump their issues on you, or they're shirking duties or responsibilities. But it also speaks to letting go. So it's very important that you realize this card is speaking to having way too much responsibility and stress. Okay? So if you're in a connection already, it can indicate that you're offloading some of your stresses and responsibilities to leave some room for fun and spontaneity to come back. Or maybe your partner will start taking on more duties and sharing the burdens, which will make you feel closer and more connected. But it can also indicate that one or both are completely shirking their responsibilities. And I kind of feel like that because this love yourself first, it's just there is some issue here where somebody is taking too much and somebody's giving too much. And I feel like you're giving too much. So this is creating that cycle for you. It's like maybe even the cycle is that they help a little bit just to make you feel better, or they're there for you a little bit, but then they go off and they're causing their own problems for themselves by getting into trouble, right? And you're the one left cleaning up the mess. But maybe this is going to get to a point where you're so overloaded that the connection might be on the brink of a collapse. And if that be the case, it needs looking at. You need to look at yourself, and you need to take care of yourself. That is so important. I'm sorry, the window's open, so you might hear the traffic there. But that is exactly what is required, is you to love yourself and put yourself first, because this is a heavy, heavy burden that some of you are carrying, okay? And maybe even you're putting lots of work into this connection, but it's about flogging a dead horse and pushing forward, but getting nowhere. So it might be time to look at why or how much more you can take? Is it time to maybe ask, you know, is love the answer to everything? Because sometimes it's not. Okay, like you can love somebody, but again, like we were talking about that Titanic, got to be careful that you don't get sucked down in the undertow. Okay? All right. That's what I got for card number 1. Sending you so much love. No matter what, though, you've got the strength and you will get through this. Okay, Leos? For those of you who chose beautiful card number 2, you've got Urus. Beautiful. Urus speaks to strength. It's actually represented as the ox. So you could see like the head of the ox would be there, and there's the strong body. Okay, it's about strength, promotion, health, distant influences. However, in reverse, depending on the energy that we're going to see from the next card here, it could mean weak will or low energy or illness or missed opportunities. So let's see what's going on. Past life relationship. Wow. I think that this exact this exact card and rune came up for Cancerians. So some of you might be dealing with a Cancerian, but there's something here about a past life relationship. Maybe you're going to be getting an opportunity to re-engage or reconcile with somebody. Let's see this past life relationship, please. Paisley, no, honey. Sorry, my puppy likes to get attention when I'm doing readings. Surrender to your intuition. Here we go. Tune in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. So I feel like some of you, even if you're in a long distance relationship, maybe something had not worked out here, but there's an opportunity here. If there was a missed opportunity, the opportunity is coming back around. And I think that you intuitively are feeling it, or the person that you're dealing with can intuitively feel that you might be coming back into their life. This isn't over. Whatever this is not over. And it's about having that strength to take on whatever happens. And I feel like somebody feels strong enough that they're going to fight for this. I just keep hearing, this isn't over. Yeah, look at that. Just as I say that, the 6 of Wands. And speaking of promotion, could be that someone in the relationship, either you or them, or maybe even both, are going to get recognized at work, and you're going to receive a promotion, because 6 of Wands is about being recognized. But again, the beauty here is that I feel like someone may have learned a lesson, and maybe they didn't put you high enough on the pedestal that you wanted to be on. But what's really good here is that they now see your worth times a million, I would say. The 6 of Wands is definitely about recognition. It's about winning. It's about succeeding. It's the victor. It's winning. It's having the advantage, or triumphing or achievements. There's also something to do with praise or acclaim or awards or recognition or applause, goodwill, fame. You might even have celebrity status, or maybe your person has celebrity status, or well-wishers, fans of some sort, maybe on a social media platform, crowds, or being in the spotlight. But it's about riding high and being a leader. Stability, strength, confidence, self-esteem, pride, and sharing victories. Okay? Some of you might even be on a campaign trail if you're into politics. But if you are in a relationship, this is a great omen. Like, say you just got back together with somebody, and even if you didn't get back together with someone, maybe this feels like you've known them from another lifetime. It is a great indication of stability and strength, also sharing the success. So you and your partner should be riding high and achieving goals together. It's about being very supportive of each other and sharing victories and being proud of your connection. Okay? So I feel like if you're wondering about your connection, yeah, It is so strong. It is incredibly strong. And not only that, but I get this feeling that people look at you guys and they think, I want to be like them. I want what Leo has. I want that kind of love in my life. But yes, things are strong here. And I think that, you both might even end up, maybe even if you both work on a business, it's going to be very successful if you do it together. That could be what that's saying. Okay. Now, if you're single, on the other hand, the great news is listen to your intuition, because somebody, I feel, is on their way towards you. It indicates that your dream partner is about to enter your life, literally. And this person will be confident, successful, and will put you on a pedestal. All right? So if that's something you've been trying to manifest, tune in and listen. You'll feel it. You'll sense it when this person comes around. And I have a feeling like maybe some of you have already made this contract, a soul contract in a past lifetime, to find each other again in this. So if that's what you're waiting on, it's coming. It's coming very soon. Okay? So actually, I'm going to do this because I feel like it. When would this happen for Leo, please? When would this happen? I'm getting December or 6 months from now. So something about in this next 6 months or around Christmas time. That could be it. Let's see, what do we got here now? October, November, December. So that's about 3 months. So yeah, maybe in 3 months, December is when you're going to meet them. And by the 6-month mark is when it's actually going to solidify into a connection. Okay? That is really exciting, Leos. So that's what I got for you guys, for whoever chose the second pile. Way to be successful. I think you already knew deep down you would be anyways, right? All right. Lastly on the list, Laguz. Laguz. That means water. Could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, but it represents emotions. It represents psychic energy, femininity, or dreams, or again, intuition. Depending on the card that shows up, it could also speak to escaping or temptations or greed or going against one's conscience. Okay. Healing family issues. Beautiful. So I feel like maybe someone in the past didn't have good staying power. And maybe they weren't raised around a family in which they saw love or saw how treating somebody well is supposed to look. And if that be the case, they may not have developed the best behaviors in a relationship, say. And I think because of that, that could have caused some issues in the present connection. But those are being healed now. And I feel like it's going to be a deeper issue as well. I feel like there's some deeper emotional issues, especially with Lagouge and how deep this runs. This could even be generational pain that this person is carrying. And so this is learned behavior that has carried on. But I feel like either you, if this is you going through it, or the person you're dealing with, they are at the point where they are trying to change that, break the cycle. All right? And it says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So somebody could be maturing here, and as they do, they start to change. And you might wonder what's going on with this person, but it could be, oh, look at that. Surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So maybe this is the person that you're dealing with and they need to allow you in. Okay? Allow you in to help them heal. But for others, you need to allow this person in. This person wants to be there for you. This person wants to support you. Yes, you are strong, but strong does not mean doing everything on your own. Strength is also about admitting where it's okay to allow others to help, whether that be adopting a different perspective, listening to what somebody else may have to say, just trying new different things, because that is actually support and love. And it's possible that you might be confusing it with being told what to do or being directed, and maybe you feel like, you know, someone's trying to control you, or maybe you feel like your pride is too great to allow anyone else to help you. But that's what life is about, right? Life is about having others. Not everybody's opinions or ideas or suggestions are going to work, but there are those that do. And that's the part of life, right? As we swim through this water here, it's like we can grab on to a log that's floating by to help us in the moment from kicking our feet to the point of exhaustion, or we can let that log go thinking, I can do this on my own, and then we drown. If that log has come by and you need, really, the strength is admitting limitations. So, or admitting the fact that somebody may have a better idea on how to deal with things. Oh, look at that at the bottom of the deck, 6 of Cups. Support, love. But I think it's very hard for either you or whoever you're dealing with, or maybe both, to let support and love in, because maybe you've been bitten once, twice shy, and you're thinking, yeah, I don't want to drown if I hold on to somebody. And look at this. Again, maybe this isn't even a problem with your partner. This could be a problem with family dynamics, okay? And maybe the family dynamics are causing stress in your connection, because the 10 of Pentacles is about longevity. It is about, family lines, traditions. It's about establishing traditions. So some of you, I'm also getting for a few of you, very few of you, someone might feel a little bad because someone may pass away in the family and you're going to get an inheritance. They'll get an inheritance and they're going to feel bad because maybe something wasn't left on good terms when the person passed. And then they're going to find out that they were always loved. Aww. But that's just for some, okay? So this is about wills or deeds or trust funds, inheritance, solid foundations, privilege, or inherited issues. Like I said, something that came down the line here. Ancestry, family, home, or business responsibilities, maybe value systems. Again, support or issues with that. It could even have to do with marriage. So someone may want a prenuptial agreement here, and that may not be okay, but it's like that's what the family expects. I don't know. There's a number of different things here. But again, what I'm feeling is that this is indicative of long-term security and stability, and that this relationship will be based on a solid foundation. All right. But in order to get to this domestic harmony or bliss and that conventional or traditional approach to family values, for this deeper commitment to form, one has to allow someone else in. And I think that this person is going to stick by you, or you're going to stick by this person to show them what strength is really about, and being together. It also signifies moving in together or settling down or engagement, like I said. Maybe even marrying into a wealthy family. So some of you might marry into a wealthy family, and then, well, that has its own issues that come with it as well, right? And there's many issues that come with that, but you'll see. Anyways, regardless, there's something here about the healing, and Lagos, again, is about water. It's either about cleansing or it's about drowning. So I feel like this is your time, or this is your person's time, or maybe even both. Maybe this is why you found each other. Maybe you both are going to stop the cycle of things in which have been adopted through the generations and build a brand new foundation of values. Something that everyone will look up to, you know, because it's beautiful. I love this. I love this. I'm trying. There's something else that what else, Spirit? There's something more you're telling me about this, but what is it? It's the pride. It's the pride piece. Maybe it's the pride. Is it the pride? What is it, Spirit? Please. I'm sorry. I'm trying to really get this, but oh, if it's health issues, I feel like family is going to play an important role, and they're going to come in and they're really going to help out. Might be a bit of an emotional time, especially if someone's dealing with some health ailments, but it's going to get better, okay? It's going to get a lot better. Because usually in a health context, it represents long-term stability, which suggests a healthy life is possible, okay? So if there were issues, it could be in the family history to check out, because it could be inherited. So if that be the case, don't worry, there will be support around through any health issues, and it's a good omen for healing. So that's always a bonus too. Lastly, if you're single, all right, it can signify that there may be issues arising from differences in backgrounds or maybe even family traditions, and it can be resolved if the root cause is recognized, right? Or if both are willing to compromise and find a way to merge traditions and create new ones. But for the single people, it can indicate that a new love is going to come into your life, and it may be someone who shares your values, and could be potentially someone who will want to settle down with you and have a long-term relationship with. And maybe this is going to happen after you've done a lot of healing from any past situations. Maybe this is your reward now. After going through so much instability, now Spirit is going to reward you with this long-term stable connection, something in which you deserve, as long as you believe it yourself that you deserve support and love, and let it in. You don't have to do it all on your own. All right, you guys, that's what I got for you. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'm sending you so much love. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye, Leos.